find that over the years, many films address themselves to the spiritual side of man's nature. It's as if movies answered an ancient quest for the common unconscious. They fulfill a spiritual need that people have to share a common memory.
Recently released on Netflix India, Sandeep Reddy Vanga's Animal opened my eyes to a new reality where alpha males come close to jerking off Hitler and still manage to avoid a Kanye, and female characters can actually talk. Although their important lines often just parrot the aforementioned alpha males.
तू बोल ना, तुझे कुछ नहीं होगा, तू हीरो है.
तुझे कुछ नहीं होगा, तू हीरो है.
Rome was not built in a day. By 2044, I'm sure we'll get to see a woman give us spiritual soliloquies inside a Vanga film. But putting such trivial topics aside, I was so impressed by Animal that I realized if veteran filmmaker Martin Scorsese ever got his hands on the film, he would instantly regret his entire filmography after all. This led me to frame the conspiracy that Animal is actually Martin Scorsese's wet dream, and here are 5 reasons why. Reason number 1, an alpha male's underwear problems. We all know by now that director Scorsese is most known for gangster films that dive into the darkness of criminals trying to figure out their morality in a world full of revenge and sin. However, one major issue in an alpha male's life that Scorsese failed to dive into is his underwear. Much to everyone's surprise, Vanga's Animal is not just focused on the rigid, tough side of a criminal's life, but also the deeply vulnerable problems of wearing special fabric underwear whose softness is ruined by the wrong detergent. Unlike Scorsese's heartless rendering of a Goodfellas gangster, which tends to rely on intricate cinematography and editing, Ranbir Kapoor's alpha male uses his underwear problems to socialize with other males, often at the expense of any depth to his character. Such sacrifice pays off, because the issue boils up to a point where Vanga for once gets to blur his lens focus stylistically when his character is tired of the underwear and flashes himself in his dad's courtyard. The sheer lack of literature addressing a man's underwear problems is frightening in today's atmosphere, and Animal, unlike Martin Scorsese, finally fills in the void. Reason number 2, music. It is hard for me to admit that a masterpiece like Animal also makes me cringe sometimes when alpha male Ranbir Kapoor persistently repeats lines to fulfill Vanga's runtime ambitions. However, much to my relief, this cringing is often soothed by Vanga hurrying to bring in either Sunidhi Chauhan, Arijit Singh, or even Sonu Nigam to numb the pain that my sense perceptions were dealing with. I must say that had Arijit Singh been summoned to sing while Leonardo DiCaprio was doing drugs in Wolf of Wall Street, maybe the very idea of drugs would have become more palatable to me. For now, it must be noted that I am still against drugs. They are very uncool and kids watching this video must avoid them. Reason number 3, haircut gifts. Admit it guys, even if you hated Animal, I don't think we can deny that if rich brilliant kids in the real world simply cut their hair on their dad's birthday, they won't roam around looking like animals with deep-seated psychological issues. Ranbir Kapoor's dad-loving psychopath is naturally at a loss to prove how much he likes his dad until he gets the idea to cut his hair. A haircut that sends shockwaves throughout the plot of the film and makes us cry in the film's emotional climactic scenes. Remember, a decent haircut and a father may have prevented us from seeing Travis Bickle's disturbing mohawk, and who knows, may have given Martin Scorsese's Taxi Driver a less unhinged protagonist altogether. In case you are looking for a father, my channel gives you a wide array of options, from Sunil Shetty to Govinda to badass Himesh Reshamya. So hit subscribe to fix your daddy issues today. Reason number 4, genius extramarital affairs. Guess what? Much to Andrew Tate's loss, it is Ranbir Kapoor's hero in Animal who has truly broken the matrix. Before Animal, alpha male criminals in cinema found themselves completely stumped at the sight of their fiancés losing their cool just because they had an extramarital affair. I know, right? However, it is Animal who ultimately offers us a solution. The plan involves relentlessly going ahead with the affair, but claiming that you're doing it to find your father's killer, and that you were actually playing 4D chess mind games with a woman while enjoying the intercourse and definitely having absolutely no feelings for her. To this, all I say is, sorry Scorsese, you were probably a bit too monogamous to even think of something like this. Reason number 5, Lord Bobby. It was circa 1977 that Lord Bobby had made his debut. And after a career of enchanting ups and downs including Ajnabi, Gupt and Yamla Pagla Divana, he finally decided to go fuck it and returned with an underwear-ripping physicality in Animal, sporting a persona that bordered on the Sigma villain who didn't talk. Take notes, Kiara Advani, as you could have also posed a better fight against your protagonist even if Vanga didn't give you any dialogue. I now realize that it's too late for Robert De Niro or Al Pacino to get to face off against Lord Bobby in films, because of which Martin Scorsese has been conclusively nayoed in this universe as he's approaching the end of his filmmaking career. In conclusion, for all the above reasons and to avoid being called illiterate, it is my honest opinion that Animal is a brilliant film, at least in the sleepy eyes of Martin Scorsese, whose study of Indian cinema unfortunately did not go beyond Satyajit Ray, just like David Fincher's Fight Club was unable to stand up to Sohail Khan's masterpiece, as I have explained in the following video.